everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing a LED dog collar. I've done a couple of these on my channel already, but this one is by a different company. It is by Paperflower is the company, and they sent this to me to review. And so I'm going to kind of show it to you. In some of my other reviews, I have showed the packaging. Fortunately, this one just came in a plastic package. So nothing really to show. Not saying that that's a bad thing. Like I said, it's really, it's just a matter of preference. So kind of here is the look of it. Pretty simple collar. It's got the LED band here with this hard kind of nylon material. And so it's got the belt clip right here. And this one kind of clips a little. It's hard to clip in, but I mean, to me, that kind of, it's not too hard to clip in, I should say, but to me, that kind of just, makes sure that it's really going to hold your dog. I have a German Shepherd, so I want to make sure that it holds up. You can see that the adjustment is on the back of the leash, which is a little weird. But I think in the same sense, if this was on this side, this would just irritate me. So I think what I might do is, make sure that, yeah, if it was on this side, it would irritate me, but I think that this might actually irritate my dog. So, just going to make sure to maybe take care of that. So then the other awkward thing, but I think is actually kind of cool, because if you think about the way that dog collar works, it pulls back on. So this is actually kind of a neat idea to have the loop right here. Now the loop is a metal, so also guaranteed not to go anywhere. And even though this is on the side like this, it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, unless you have a really, really strong dog, then maybe. But that's the same with any collar. So here is, now the thing that I like most about these collars is this right here. This is the charger. So this thing is rechargeable. And this is amazing to me, because to me, I want to be able to use these more than months without having to constantly replace the batteries and then just getting irritated and giving up on replacing the batteries, because batteries are expensive. So that's nice. This is like one of the best things to me, is that it's rechargeable. It does not use, some of the other ones that I've reviewed use the micro USB, sorry, like you would use in a lot of Samsung Android phones, I should say. And this one doesn't have this. This one has this plug. Now, I'm not a techie, so I could not tell you what kind of plug that is. So, but it's this plug. It does, however, use this regular, USB plug that goes into practically any USB port that you find, a regular USB port. Whatever you find as far as USB ports, it's going to fit just fine. So here, this one's a little different. The battery package is actually inside of this thing. You can either plug it in when it's inside the collar, or they kind of installed this Velcro so you can take it out. Kind of. I just usually kind of leave it in there, because it is kind of a pain to take out, and they do make it accessible. I didn't set it up this way. This was already like this, so it is accessible. Just make sure when you pull out your charger, you don't just pull on that, because you're gonna pull that. See that you're gonna pull that wire out. Not hard to put back in, but just kind of, pinch right here and pull, and then you can kind of push this back in. So the design quality of that is a little off-putting compared to some of the other LED collars that I have reviewed. And some of the other LED collars that I do have is this kind of is a, like, it's kind of a weird setup. Not to say that it doesn't work. It still works equally as good. Just a little bit inconvenient on that aspect. Now, this one has the button on the battery / light pack as well, but you just can't see it. So this one, if you just kind of press, or if you kind of like feel around, you'll feel like a button kind of thing. Maybe I can feel it just because I've already used it, but so you kind of have to. There you go. So if you press it the first time. You know, you just have to short press. It's not long presses or anything like that. Press it the first time, you're going to get a rapid flash. That, now I'm in daylight, so I'm trying to do this, trying to show it to you. It's very bright all the way around. It's not just where the light is coming from. This is obviously going to be a tad bit brighter, just like right in this area. But otherwise, it's consistently bright throughout the collar, even though it doesn't look like that because of the daylight. It is, and it actually looks pretty neat. If you press it again, it slows down the flashing, kind of more of a steady, slow flashing kind of setting. And then if you press it one more time, it is just a steady light with no flashing. This one obviously is the brightest. This is the one that I prefer to use just because it kind of shows off the collar a little bit more. And yeah, it's just a really nice, I like this one, but it's just a preference. If you press it again, it just turns off. So the other LED collars I have reviewed, I really didn't have any downsides to those, or to that. They were, you know, pretty awesome. This one, I did find a couple downfalls with it. The first one, of course, being this whole setup here. They could have probably designed that a little better. The second one is this right here. I feel like with wear and tear, this will come off, because it's just kind of like, I feel like if I keep pulling on it, actually, if you look, it's coming apart there a little bit. Probably something that you could reinforce yourself, and then that wouldn't be an issue for you anymore. I haven't really gotten to that, but definitely something that you could probably reinforce yourself with, like a sort of glue for this type of material, which this is just a regular nylon leash with an LED in it. So it's probably something that you can reinforce, especially if you're kind of a do-it-yourselfer thing. I'll kind of have to do some research and see what I can come up with for that. There's really not too, I mean, I guess that's the only two flaws. The rest of it, you know, it's a basic collar. I have no complaints. It works like a basic collar. I have a German Shepherd. This fits her perfectly. You know, this is a size large. So the other LED collar I have is actually a size medium, and it fits her the same way that this fits her. So please make sure when you are getting collars, because they are made from so many different manufacturers, please make sure that you are measuring the neck. I almost didn't measure the neck. Now, she could have probably afforded to go up one more and it wouldn't have hurt her, but if I would have ordered a medium like the last one, then we would have been running into an issue, because this is like the perfect size for her. This is actually already adjusted to fit her, because she's already worn it a couple times. So anyway, it is really bright on the dog, and even though I have a German Shepherd and she has long hair, this shows up nicely through the hair, and to me it actually looks even cooler when she has kind of hair kind of like folded over it a little. It just kind of like, you know, you can still equally see it just as good. And the same with all the other ones. It's kind of a neat little thing to have. I plan on using this for camping mostly. Probably walks around the block, but mostly for camping. I don't recommend this as a regular everyday collar. You could use it for an everyday collar, but I wouldn't recommend it. The only reason for being is that this probably can't withstand, these batteries probably can't withstand the everyday wear and tear of a regular collar. She has her regular collar that is pretty, even though she's, you know, she doesn't chew on it, obviously. She can't reach it. And all this other, it's still worn down. And I don't think that these batteries can really withstand all that wear and tear. So I wouldn't recommend using this as an everyday collar. Of course, if you take them for walks every day, yeah. See, but I don't take my dogs for walks every day. So this is something that I would only use when I do take them for a walk or when I do take them for camping, because they do have to wear a collar at all times and a leash at all times. So, it's very, it's just something. Okay, so I guess I should rephrase that. If you take your dog for a walk every day, use this. Because this is awesome. It's a good thing to have. Safety and otherwise, for looks and for safety, this is pretty cool. They also have stuff for you as a walker / runner yourself that you could wear and match your dog. So, that is all that I have to say about this one. Another thing that I like is that this one is pink. And, these come in a very big variety of colors. I chose pink because I have a very girly dog. I also have another one coming in green for my other dog, because even though she is a girl, she's a little bit more tomboyish, I guess. I have more I see personalities in my dogs. So my German Shepherd is girly. So this is the collar for her. And I like that it shows, that it's nice and pretty pink. It's about as pink as I can get when the collar is off. So it's also a fashion statement when you're not using the LED light. So that is actually a plus for this because she looks best in pink. So, yeah, aside from that, that's all I have to say about this one. Pretty good collar. I would recommend it. It's, a pretty cheap one for the price. You really can't beat it. And it's something that I think if you have dogs, it's almost something that you would want to have for your dog. Because I really didn't know I needed one until I got one. And once I got one, I actually really like it. So, if you liked my video, then subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, anything like that. I do all kinds of reviews, not just on dog collars, but on basically anything that gets sent to me, I will do a review on. So, if you like to see more reviews, then subscribe to my channel.